What's up guys, this is Raymond with Bav Auto Parts. Today I'm going to show you how to fix your cabin filter threads on your E9X chassis car. So first of all, here's the issue that a lot of E90, E92, etc. owners deal with, is these screws here strip out these weak plastic threads and eventually the bolts just go in and out and they don't hold the cabin filter securely, so you're letting in unfiltered air through your blower motor and into your cabin. I've got the fix and it's cheap and it's easy to install. Before I show you how to install this kit, this is how it looks when it's done. So here's the before and after. This is how it's going to look when it's stripped out, and this is how it's going to look after you install your thread repair kit. So here's what you're going to get in your Bav Auto Parts cabin filter thread repair kit. You're going to get this bag here. It's going to have the correct size drill bit, and you're going to have stainless steel hardware and brass inserts to replace your busted threads. You're also going to have a one-time use packet of epoxy. I'm not going to use that in this demo because they're actually kind of expensive. So first things first, you're going to take your drill bit out of your package and you're going to put it onto a drill. And you're just going to carefully center the drill bit on your threaded holes. And we're going to just drill those out. You don't need to use a lot of force when you're drilling this, and you don't need to put the drill all the way through. So don't go crazy with it. This isn't super strong plastic, so we're going to be gentle here throughout this process. Now we're going to repeat that process for the other 3 holes. Once you have all 4 holes drilled and ready, you can take your brass inserts out of the bag to have them ready. And then we're going to put some gloves on because we're going to be handling this adhesive here. Epoxy is a chemical, so always use it in a well-ventilated area where protection like gloves. And what I like to do is get a small piece of cardboard to pour the epoxy into, and I use a small flathead to mix it up and then to apply it. For those unfamiliar, how this works is these 2 different chemicals mixed together, and then as they dry, they harden to create a strong bond. So you'll be doing this step just by cutting open your epoxy packet and putting all the contents onto your piece of cardboard. And then we're going to mix this for about 20 seconds here. And once you have that epoxy mixed, we're going to carefully insert the epoxy into this hole that we drilled out here, just around the inside circumference. Once you have your epoxy in place, we're going to slide this brass insert in there very gently. We don't need to use much force at all. We're just going to push it down lightly until it's just about flush. And that's it. Now if you made any mess with the epoxy like I did, you can just wipe it off with a shop rag, and that's it. It comes right off. You're going to repeat that same step for the 3 other holes. Once you've done all of them, you're just going to let it sit for an hour. Don't install any hardware. Let that epoxy fully cure. One thing to check for after you put in each one of these inserts is if you use too much epoxy, you want to make sure that you didn't glob it to the point where the hole is blocked on the bottom. So what you can do is take that same Allen key and just push it through there and then wipe off any excess epoxy. After an hour has passed and the epoxy has fully cured, you can reinstall your cabin filter over the cabin filter housing hole, and then you can put your hardware through that cabin filter housing, and you're going to thread it in with your fingers, and then you can tighten it up the rest of the way with a 2.5 Allen key. Do not use power tools on this, and do not go crazy with the torque. We are just lightly getting this snug with the cabin filter. If you over tighten it, you will break the plastic. And after that, the job's done. Enjoy no longer breathing in unfiltered air from outside or having a cabin filter just jiggling all over the place.